I have spent the last year, 2009, working on a book. And it's the first time that I personally wrote a book and didn't have a ghostwriter, didn't do just some of the work and hand off all the work to somebody else. The book is called The Blueprint, and it is life lessons from a life broken. And so it has to do with my perspective from my own personal experiences, but still very biblical-centric. So it's still rooted in truth, but not from an approach that is so conservative that it doesn't deal with very real gully issues. So it's almost kind of like a new moderate with swag. And so we talk about everything in the book as for sex, parenting, marriage, the challenges with the African-American male, the issues with religion and those challenges within the church now. And so it's a self-help book, but it's not a book that allows you to try to help yourself by yourself. It is a book that will give you these spiritual nuggets and these very transparent lessons that I've learned from sitting at the table with people from Cornel West to Billy Graham to R. Kelly, to having a sister that was incarcerated in prison for 13 years, to having very close friends with PhDs and MDs, but also with criminal records also.
So how do you see the future of gospel, especially with, R&B falling off the map, rap getting even more prominent, and the kids are picking it up? How do you get that transition? How do we, even get those messages across in this time where people just, I don't know if they're actually hearing it?
That is a very difficult question about what Christian music will look like within the next 5 to 10 years. I would be lying to you if I gave you this rosy peach answer. Even though we understand that at the end of the day, God will always have this remnant of people that will not bow, that will always say yes to Him. We understand that. However, just like David was able to be both when he said in Psalms, why is my soul so downcast within me? Then he says, but put your hope in God. God gives us the freedom to be both, to be able to see things in a very rough place, but at the same time trust at the end of that statement that He's still sovereign and in control. I think that Christian music will always be where the faith is. I think that as you see people become very theistic and very Gnostic in their faith, that we will always have a different perspective of where we were 10, 20, 30 years ago, and I think that the gospel music will always be affected by that. If you got more people that don't believe in the Lord, then you're going to have the music not have as much impact, and if you're going to make it have impact, then you may start seeing it turning into more more inspirational, hang in there, don't give up, stay strong, we all gonna make it, but we all understand that that's the bottomless pit, because then the questions become, how do we do these things? Being originally from Fort Worth, and I've got to say that because I get beat up a lot of times when I say Fort Worth, but that's my home, and it's like I love Fort Worth, and which is only about 30 minutes away from Dallas, and just being raised in this area. Just the greatest thing that I love about it, is that it's home. You can't beat it. We've looked at several times moving to other places, on the West Coast, on the East Coast, just for business reasons. But you can't beat it. There's a feel here, there's an energy here that is something that I would really, really, really miss. Another thing that I love about Dallas is you can get anywhere quick. In Dallas, if you gotta hop a plane to LA, you're good. You gotta hop a plane to New York, you're good. You gotta hop a plane anywhere. And so just being in this DFW hub is just beautiful. You find that the Southern hospitality here in Dallas-Fort Worth keeps you very leveled. You don't see a lot of people walking their poodles with sunglasses on and with high heels. And if you do, then we're gonna start laughing at you. One thing that I started hearing when I started traveling with the first album, because before that, I hadn't really been to any place. I may have been to Austin, or something like that. But when the first album came out, and by God's grace we were able to travel the world and the country, is that I started meeting other musicians, and that everybody that you met, you could hear how they were so impressed with the musicianship here in Dallas. That there's a level of musicianship here, especially the cats that I hang around, that they're like geniuses. Really, and the older I got, and I would maybe like work with different bands in different parts of the country. If I was doing something specifically in that city, it was like, it's so true, that there's something about that Dallas bump. It's like a Dallas bump. It's got a little P-funk on it, with a little soul, with a little rock hip hop on it. And it's like, and everybody here can get down, like, one of the greatest geniuses of our time, his name is Bobby Sparks. And Bobby Sparks is, he is a living legend just when it comes to music. And then you got phenomenons like Sean Martin and Spud, and you've got, you have so many people that also came from that community of musicians, like Erykah Badu. I mean, all of them went to the same school together. They all went to Arts Magnet, and all the kids in God's Property, and Myron Butler, and just all these phenomenons. And then now you've got people like Fred Hammond, gospel legend Fred Hammond, who could feel that bump. What's good, people? This is your boy Kirk Franklin. She's not Kirk Franklin, I'm Kirk Franklin. And we have a new book coming out May 18th. It's called The Blueprint, Overcoming Life Struggles from a Life Broken. I want you to go get it, and you can get it at any store across the country, but especially in Dallas. Why? We keep it gully and gospel, you dig it? And I want you to know that I love Dallas. I want you to visit Black Dallas.